and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. We're going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't listen to that senile old cunt. Come on, let's go detecting. Oh my days, this weekend is not my weekend. Okay, the soil's soft, but I'll be jiggered if I can find anything good. But a couple of nondescript buttons, a few blobs of lead, a couple of bits of scrap. Hour and a half I've been at it, and here's my first decent find. Some type of military button, crown there on the top. Some lettering to it. I'll give that a closer inspection when I get back home. You just can't make it up, can you? Nothing for ages. Then a second one of these military buttons. But this one's looking in a whole lot better condition. There's no dent in it. You can read the lettering reasonably well. And it's still got the shank connected to it. Now this one will be worth a bit of time and patience with the pink stuff, giving it a good clean up later. Cool. I've got a dirty great banger in this hole. It's in its 90s, 1991. Just dug it out of the sidewall with the little edge digger. I think I've got a bit of silver down here. You see that? Quite a lump of silver at that, if it is silver. Oh my days. Right, let's give this a clean up. See what we've got. Look at that for a belting big lump of silver. Quite ornate as well. RMI Boys. Now, let me just get myself a blade of grass. Up here at the top, that's the Bear and Ragged Staff, which is the symbol for the county of Warwickshire. So it's a local piece. Flip it over. We're all hallmarked up on there. I'm seeing the anchor, so it's Birmingham Assay Office. Spencer, London. Maybe that's the manufacturer. There's a lot of detail on that. Cool. And the gang. I like that. Third piece of silver off this field. It's not producing very much, but hey ho, if you're getting silvers up, I'm carrying on. Love it to bits. Hey up, look at them things up there. They're like parachutes with engines on. No, don't fancy that very much. I'd rather have my feet down here on the ground. We have a coin, metalheads, but it ain't no good. Just a run-of-the-mill wankety blank Georgian farthing, I'm guessing. Absolutely nothing on it at all. I'm not quite sure on that piece. I think maybe a buckle. No real age to it, I don't think. I don't really believe this. I've just detected myself back to the bag, packed away Barney's drink bowl and his water. There he is, chewing his latest stick. And I've just hit a signal as we were starting to walk away, and I've got a coin with some detail on it. Yes, oh, Dirty Bertie, Edward the 7th. It's in quite poor condition, but at least you can see him. Now, can I get a date? Yeah, probably just about. See, it either ends in a 7 or a 9. Well, he reigned after Victoria, so 1901 to 1909, short reign, so one of the latter coins. Splendid. Well, let's carry on swinging back to the car and get the fines board out and do a roundup. It's been so quiet on this field over the last few hours of detecting. I've took maybe 10 paces further on from that Dirty Bertie halfpenny, and I found this Lincoln chain carabiner hooky type thing. Up and down I've been, and then bang. I mean, it's only crap, but it was a good signal. Once again, we're back home with the fines board. Scarce pickings this time, and not all of them I showed as I dug them. So let's have a quick review. A few standard issue buttons, that carabiner chain assembly thing. I think that was possibly a couple of lead ropes for horses, some type of rectangular button, a brass plate, 2 coins. Left hand side would be a George II, George III maybe. Slightly more detail on the right hand side, Edward the 7th. Down to a pair of matching military buttons. Very hard to find what the regiment is. I think it ends DG, so some kind of Dragoon Guards. Needs a little bit more research, but that better quality one, that cleaned up quite well with the pink stuff. And then down to the best piece, RMI Boys. Now, my research is showing Royal Masonic Institute for Boys. I think it was a medal. If you have a look on the reverse side, at the top there's a silver solder mark that I think it would have had a suspension loop from there. We've got some very good hallmarks there. RS stands for Richard Spencer of London, and they started up business in 1888 making, would you believe, Masonic medals. And we've got a date letter of a Gothic letter S, which I do believe is 1892. So everything times in very well with it being a Masonic medal. Flip it back over. Now I believe there would have been some kind of inlay in the centre of that. There's the 2 pips that would have probably held something in there. I don't think that's its complete form. Something's got lost. And then up at the very top in that semicircle We've got the Bear and Ragged Staff of Warwickshire, and I'm sure there was a Royal Masonic Institute for Warwickshire. And what they did was, when a Freemason member had died, they'd provide a fund to make sure that any orphan children received an education. So, great bit of social history there. Hoping for more next time. Catch you soon, metalheads.